message you got from somebody last night?
Yeah, not a whole lot. Just, different people had different opinions on it. So it's a little unfortunate. I know it's just not the culture of our sport, as you guys know. I think other leagues getting ejected, being demonstrative on the sidelines or the bench gets applauded sometimes. Just, our culture, calm demeanor is usually what it is. So obviously I don't like putting myself in those situations, but it is what it is. I was shocked. I just probably the accumulation of my demonstrative reaction on the initial call, which probably wasn't. It was probably a little much. And then our conversation at the timeout, which was almost 3 minutes later, was very calm. I just think he had enough, probably the combination of both. So I was a little shocked. I don't know if it warranted that, but he has every right to do that. He's trying to manage a game. So, as far as the call, I would make that challenge 100 out of 100 times. Very comfortable with it. Our video coaches, it's their job, every angle. They ultimately will flash the call, the goal interference. We just had a lot of time because they were reviewing going over the line. And was very comfortable with it. Didn't go our way, for whatever reason. So, even as a staff, I think we probably have to do a better job. We've made 3 challenges in goal interference this year. We've missed on all of them, and all 3 I would do all over again. So maybe it's a little more on us to maybe not take the rule 69-3 and 69-7. We literally took it black and white and literal, where LJ, the video coach, literally read me the exact rule, and it fit exactly what it was, and we challenged it. So maybe there's something we're not seeing, or maybe it's a trend the league's heading, but I'm a little more disappointed. And, I've put our team down 3 times, so we'll need to be a little bit better in our challenges.
Last night, Dylan admitted that it kind of gave the team a little boost heading into the third period. Did you think of it from that perspective?
No, I don't think so. I think we were dialed as a team throughout. Obviously, our start, even the 3 goals we gave up, our play wasn't awful in the second. They scored a goal, make it 3-1, and then we got penalty trouble. 2 goals, got them back 3-3, and I thought we handled it very well, and obviously had a really good third. So maybe a little smart. It's probably Dylan sticking up for me a little bit there, which I appreciated, but I think we were dialed throughout and got what we deserved. That was a good win.
How did you spend the rest of the game?
Back in the room, just with the video guys, from that perspective. And then even after, not addressing, I was ejected from the game. I wanted to separate myself from it and not get involved in anything post-game, which I think is the right thing. And obviously the coaches did a really good job.
Have you heard anything further from the league?
Nope, I'm sure I'll talk with the league today. And again, it's real, that culture of being demonstrative on the bench is just, it's not hockey. You see coaches, and coaches get upset, and you see different coaches react different ways. And I'm only been in this league a little bit. I pride myself on being fairly mild-mannered, and you guys have seen me. I'm fairly calm on the bench. It takes a lot to get me going, but that's just not the culture of the National Hockey League. It's just different like that, which I really like and appreciate. No, I just be myself thing. I think you just build that over time. Maybe I should have handled the situation. That ref has a history of late of kicking everyone out, or he's had a history of having a short fuse and kicking people out. That's probably on me, knowing what I'm dealing with and who I'm dealing with, because he handled it extremely calm. Like, he never raised his voice. He never said boo. He never warned me. He just calmly skated away and kicked me out. So, of course, I'm new in the league, and they don't want to hear much from a first-time coach. So, of course, that's part of being a new coach in the league.
But Darren, you wasn't premeditated, though.
No, this wasn't trying to get the group going and motivated.
So,
No.
It's gone viral. And most people side with you on they could see where your anger was coming from. Are you you're kind of hard on yourself, you say it shouldn't happen, yet it was just you in the, getting caught up.
Yeah, I don't think, again, probably the demonstrative reaction right after the goal was not within our culture, not within our demeanor. And that probably led to what happened going forward. So, but again, it's just the National Hockey League. We wear suits, we're calm, we're collective. It's our culture. It's been for 100+ years, and it's the way it should be. So I would expect to hear from the league and expect them to scold me rightfully in that, this is not how we act, which I appreciate, and there's some truth to that. As far as right, wrong, or different, the only one that had a strong opinion on it was my 12-year-old daughter. She wanted the email of the league. She wanted to get her 2 cents in with them. And she was a little down on Dad's language, too. But, yeah, again, like, right, wrong, or indifferent, it's just not the National Hockey League. Yeah, I got the United States Hockey League one time. And we came back from 3 goals that game. So I don't want to waste them. But we're 2-0 on my lifetime ejections.
Just on the game itself, I mean, obviously that's a pretty big character win for your team, just knowing where you're at in the standings and the lineup that you had to put out last night from past few games. Can you just talk about it?
Yeah, it's a good win. I don't hate how we've been playing of late. Obviously, not a lot of offensive punch, but we've had looks. I felt if we kept doing some good things, we maybe got a little harder around the goalie, we would get rewarded. Excuse me. And last night we did. I mean, I loved our second and third goals. Those were just simple offensive structure with bodies at the net that ended up at the back of the net. So that was good. It was a good character win. This group hasn't quit all year. I don't expect them to quit now. And it was just a game. We put it together and got rewarded for it. Villy's back in the mix. He got some opinions on where his lower body injury is, and I don't expect him probably tomorrow or Friday, but we want to get him back in the rhythm here, and hopefully he'll see some games down the stretch. Ned will be back in tomorrow night. Yes, again, same thing. Played well, won the game. Get him right back in.
Is Edmonton in the mix for tomorrow, or Bob mentioned maybe playing him on the road too? Or?
No, I'd expect Edmonton in for tomorrow, and I would expect Ben Sherrod in tomorrow too. Not fully. He's not available for practice, and again, we haven't got the official update on his plan and the medical team's plan for him, but I don't know if we'll expect him back. And again, it's nothing drastic. It's an underlying issue on where he was from his previous surgery there.
Is everything okay with rest?
Yep.
All right?
Everything's going according to plan. And just got word this morning that Fabry will be done for the year. Again, I think they had a procedure and cleaned some things up. He'll be a routine 4 to 6 weeks and won't miss anything in his summer training. We expect him to be fully ready next year.
When you say procedure, is it arthroscopic more?
Yeah, I don't want to even comment on, but it was a minor procedure that they had to do to get a look, clean some things up. The word I got from Pete today is it went well, and he's going to, typical rehab from that and be back in his training 4 to 6 weeks.
Did you hear from anybody in Tampa on the
John Cooper text. So John Cooper got ejected last time, and he had a comment that got him kicked out, and he was a little disappointed I didn't use it. He said he had it on a tee for me. But I did not use that. So, yes, I got a few of my peers enjoyed the moment at my expense.
Were you kind of shell-shocked when he said that, like, you're out of here?
He didn't. He literally just skated away. And I was, to his credit, it was a very calm demeanor. I asked him one question. I wanted an explanation. I said it was under the pad, and he said it wasn't. It was under the skate. And then I had my comment that he probably didn't like, and he literally didn't say a word. He just calmly skated out. and he gave the sign. So I assumed it was an ejection. So I was a little shocked because it was a calm, non-heated exchange, and he literally said 2 words the entire time. I just think it was probably an accumulation of my demonstrative reaction on the initial call 4 or 5 minutes earlier than the conversation we had. So I don't know if I was shocked. I wouldn't say shocked. I kind of knew exactly what was happening, but I was shocked because it was the conversation was not a heat exchange. But again, he's doing his job of trying to manage the game and get it moving as he wants to or wishes, and that's his prerogative.
Which referee?
I don't know. I don't know his exact. Again, I don't know if that's. I mean, I don't even want to mention him. It is what it is. He's doing his job. He's done a good job. And again, maybe on me. Maybe understanding that he has a history of tossing players. I think he tossed Sidney Crosby earlier this year too. So probably on me kind of doing a better job of reading the situation, doing a better job of controlling my emotions and not putting myself in that position to hurt the team.
You know, we always said, shifting gears a bit here, what has Carolina done well this year, and what kind of...
They play such a complete team game. They live off a forecheck. They make life miserable for you in the forecheck. They're above. They don't give up much. They play as predictable of a game as you can find in the National Hockey League right now, and they're really good at it with a very good team. So, again, going to be a very good challenge for us.
You know, we always hear about sometimes catchers have a book on pitchers or something, or hitters have a book on pitchers, and pitchers have a book on hitters. Do you think that, how aware are you of the officials and what their tendencies are? Do you have?
Yeah, of course. Very different demeanors, different relationships. I'm still building relationships, getting to know people. I think that's just, again, I think I put myself in that position, not necessarily because it was who the ref was, but of course you get to get a feel of guys and who they are and how they react to things. But for the most part, year one, it's been excellent. The refs are very good to me. It's completely different as a head coach than when it was in the assistant, and it's gone extremely well. And obviously, one incident last night, which is probably something I would not want to repeat.
What the wife said?
Yeah, I don't think she was impressed. She texted me after the middle of the second there, and I was back in there. She's like, "Should we leave?" ? And then she had the line of Abby wanted to email the league, so then they emailed the family that someone may not be going to private school next year. We're going to need one volunteer for public school if I happen to get fined. So a little fun with it, but again, don't want to put myself in that. It's, again, I sound repetitive, but the culture of our league and the National Hockey League is class, demeanor as a head coach, and I want to be that.